They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll pull it on the read. Got room at the 35. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that.
Got it in stride inside the 20. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
You see all this movement in football now, all the sting, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense.
Touchdown, Trojans! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15.
Turning it on. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bearcats. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And guys, he has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Rides the back on the option to give. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. The snap sets up to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And 4th and inches, you know it's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Touchdown, USC! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the top.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here's the handoff. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of...
And the sack! All the way back at the 5.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up a sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Bearcats will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Like that or why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the oath. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback on the keeper. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep 3rd downs manageable for this offense.
Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Gaines. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks.
It's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
The give to the tailback. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and Davies tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially...
Trying to get closer, and they knock it free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Pulls it, fires complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how their defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
That delay of game penalty pushes the offense back even closer to its own end zone. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too, because of the field position with the offense backed up. They know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate that they ain't having. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
They'll go right back to it. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
Well, the play caller's got to look up and down his sheet here to find a shot to the end zone, David. Be aggressive and see if you can get a touchdown late.
While knowing that I've got 3 in my back pocket. Don't force the ball into a bad situation, but we're definitely trying to get a touchdown.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback may change this route. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He's looking to pass. He's going for the big play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Working that left side now. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Stevens. Quick strike complete. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. He nails it, a 58-yard field goal. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. The Trojans will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. At the 35, he's loose. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Stevens. Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Lost the fire on 2nd down. Got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around and maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Caught behind the line. It's Roach. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Lost the throw again. Got him downfield. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
That is just textbook execution by the receiver on the corner route for that 1st down. Also, great find by the quarterback.
A 1st down run in the red zone.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense, man. This is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats!
When you get down here in the red zone, when you get close to the end zone, and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back. He does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. He'll keep it himself. And the defense. It's firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
He'll do it himself. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Parrish. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the third sack of the game for this.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Makes the grab inside the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication with...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the move. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Stevens. Gets it out fast. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. What's old is new in offensive football. The return, at least on that play, of the pass-catching fullback.
You used to see this all the time back in the day. Fullbacks used to play all the time. Now you don't see him near as much, but versatile piece at fullback. Listen, he can catch the football. He can make plays. Used to be fun.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Going over the top. And it's incomplete. Going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together. And there he goes! They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. He'll pull it on the read. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Swapping into the field, that gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And this defense has work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Trojans! They move on top here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
He'll bring it out. It's small. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Didn't get anything done 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
They'll leave it with him. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? And the Bearcats will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. He turns that loose down the right side. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. The Trojans have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Touchdown, Trojans! Quick strike through the air for the score. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around.
And how about this young fella who's slinging the pill, man? His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Stevens. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, USC! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Roach. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Bearcats want to crank the tempo.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out. And
they get enough rush, and it pays off. Just sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Back to throw, it's Stevens. And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He's going for it all. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And the beatdown has ensued. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Roach. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Shakes off the defender. Turning it on. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Oh, they're after him. That's caught. It's Johnson. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Stevens. Got his man quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready.
Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do